This is Functionally Feral, the podcast where two college roommates turned chiropractors, clinic owners, and crunchy moms talk about running functional businesses while raising feral children. We're Felicia and Natalie, home birth enthusiasts, holistic rebels, and slightly unhinged multitaskers who believe in nervous system regulation and toddler negotiation. Join us each week as we crack up and crack facts, swap stories from the trenches of motherhood and entrepreneurship, and explore all things holistic living, healing, and hustle, with zero shame and lots of laughs.
Welcome back to episode 8.
Off to a great start.
What was that?
That's the laundry.
It sounded like a dog was about to attack you.
I'm at the lake and we're like in the middle of kind of like trying to get out of here, but like also podcasting in between.
Wait, like you're going home right now?
Soon.
Who went to the lake?
Kyle's been here for like 4 days. He was here like a couple days by himself, which was really nice for him. Mm-hmm. And then Jean and my dad and I drove up.
Okay.
In a different car. And we've been here for a couple days. And then my dad went home. So then it's just us three now. Kyle, Jean, and myself going home. So we're like, trying to get all the sheets off the bed and like, but the washing machine is not doing okay. Do you hear that?
I hear it, but I'm curious if our listeners will hear it because our mics are really good at cutting background noise.
Yeah.
Anyway. But it sounds like Natalie's house is going to be blown over by the big bad wolf.
I don't know what's happening. So we're trying, we're like washing the dishes and doing the laundry and doing all the stuff. So pretty much done, but I'm just waiting for the laundry to be swapped over to the dryer. But we'll see what the status is of that.
If the washing machine doesn't explode before that happens.
Right. Okay. So anyway.
What are you drinking, Natalie?
Just water today because I already did the dishes and I didn't want to dirty another cup. So otherwise, I probably would have made a tea or something. I don't know.
Oh my God. I love it. I was just drinking water and I sat down and Dan was like, all right, I'm going to go ride, whatever. And I was like, would you mind bringing me a coffee?
That's amazing.
So
what did he make you?
He just made me an espresso with cream, I think.
Perfect.
Simple. But
sometimes that's all you need.
He is a little saint. He had an emergency patient this morning. So he went in. And they have this new 3D printer. He 3D printed this whole case and put this guy's teeth back together. Then he went to
3D print people's spines so they can see what they look like. Wait. There we go.
This is how atrocious your spine looks like.
Wait, that's an amazing idea. We need to pitch that to someone.
Okay, who do we know? I don't know. Dan's printer. Anyway. It prints like ceramic teeth. So I don't think that would be applicable to our spine model. But then he called and was like, hey, I finished up. And I was like, oh, I really wanted to go to like Whole Foods. Well, our Whole Foods is called Kimberton Whole Foods. So it's like a local version of Whole Foods. Mm-hmm. And I was like, but I just didn't get out of the house yet. I'm still in my robe. Like we're just doing breakfast. He's like, I'll go to Whole Foods. And he went there, got our groceries. And then he brought me home a chai tea latte.
Oh, I do actually. I love chai.
I've never had a chai tea latte. I don't know what sparked. No, I don't know. I don't know. Natalie, I don't know if he thought he was getting me a matcha.
Right.
I didn't tell him.
He thought he was getting you something else.
I think he thought he was getting me a matcha because I'm on this like matcha kick. I don't know. I'm whispering. He's in the basement.
That's so cute.
But it was so sweet. And I was just very grateful. And I was like, oh my God, I love it. And it was actually so good.
It's so good.
Never had chai before.
Well, you've never had a dirty chai then.
No, I don't know what that is.
Chai tea latte with a shot of espresso
Vodka.
In it. No, well, tequila.
I thought it was a dirty martini.
No. It has a shot of espresso in it. So it's like chai latte.
I would like that.
It's good. It's real good.
So you just call it you order a dirty chai.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we'll get that when you're here.
I think most places know what that is.
I order a dirty chai at 7 a.m. and it comes with vodka and pickle juice.
I'm like, ma'am, we don't have martinis here.
I'm like, on the rocks. They're like, that's also not it.
That's amazing.
Oh my God. Okay. Natalie has some topics that I have so kindly derailed the podcast the past few weeks to not be able to catch up on. So Natalie's going to give us
did you
the itinerary.
Did you watch the Olympic gold medal round, the hockey game today?
This morning, yes.
Yes.
I know.
Did you
overtime?
watch it?
Uh-huh.
Amazing.
I was so confused. I was like, oh my God, they have 20 minutes. What's going to happen in 20 minutes? And Dan said,
a lot could happen in 20 minutes, but it's sudden death.
It just ends. It just ends. And I'm like, oh, so we could be here for 20 minutes. And it was like a minute and a half in.
Yeah, it was amazing. They played like trash most of the game. The goalie was their only saving grace of that whole game.
I'm not going to lie, Natalie. We literally turned it on and it said overtime. And I was like, oh, okay. We watched a minute and a half of hockey. But we don't have the TV on. Like, I know. I didn't even know it was happening.
Right. It was.
So, yeah.
I wouldn't have known. It started at 7 a.m. today. Or no, for you guys, it would have been
8.
I don't know when it would have started. Yeah.
Okay, well, 8. I watched 1.5 minutes of it. And that's all I needed to watch.
That's all you needed. You saw them come from not playing well.
Yeah. I didn't even have to see that. I just saw them play like phenomenally.
Yeah.
However, in their celebration, they were holding up the jersey of the NHL player that passed away. And so sad. His parents were there.
Kids out. They brought the kids out on the ice and they took a picture with it. Yes, he had 3 kids. His wife was pregnant when he got killed. And she announced that she was pregnant at his funeral with their 3rd baby. And then, it's so tragic.
Oh, and these kids were riding his bike.
3. I think they had like 3 kids under 4, maybe. So sad. And his brother died too.
Yes.
He was
with his brother. And I only can think of like Dan and my brother riding their bikes on the side of the road.
I know. Ugh. That's awful.
I can't imagine.
So they held the kids were there for the picture with the whole team, and they held his jersey up, and his parents were there and his sisters were there. Oh my God, so sad.
Devastating.
Tragic.
Okay.
But
we won gold.
We won gold, and it's cool that they honored him. That was awesome.
Oh, that is so sad. Oh my gosh.
Awful? Oof, I know.
In better news, what do we have to talk about today, Natalie? Give me the rundown.
Keep
me on track.
Because we could talk about the female hormone cycle apparently for 3 episodes, we have some more tidbits.
Why not add more?
To talk about.
Just when you think we're done.
Honorable mentions, just like little tidbits. There's this program. I don't know if I mentioned this last time or I just didn't say it. I don't know. Did we talk about Girls Who Know? Did we talk about that like class that you can go and I might have mentioned it to you.
I don't
think we talked about it on the podcast.
No, you just mentioned the Catholic class.
Oh, that's right. It's this online course. I don't know exactly what the curriculum is. I haven't looked at it deeply, but it's called Girls Who Know. And it's like I think they say it's for like 10 years old to 13. And it's just kind of like a general, this is how your body works. This is how like even childbirth works sometimes. I think they talk a little bit about that. And just kind of like general female empowerment about your cycle and about your body. So that's kind of cool for anybody who has kids.
Or anybody who's just like, my upbringing didn't go over this. Or like, I don't know what this means. And like, I realize this like way later in life that your cycle length is from like day 1 until day 1. Mm-hmm. I didn't know it. I thought it was like when you were done bleeding. So those are like simple things that I take for granted of like, hello, it's day 1 to day 1.
Yeah, but people don't know that.
But like people don't know that.
And somebody could ask you, what day of your cycle are you on? Like your doctor could ask you that and you could say, oh, I'm on day 2, but really it's day 7.
Right, exactly. Or like if you ask somebody
for blood work purposes, like you need to know this stuff.
Or like if you're like, oh, how long is your cycle? And then people are like 4 days. And you're like, oh, wait,
people say that all the time.
What that means. Yeah.
Yeah. So and like, I realize like people don't know what I'm talking about.
Exactly. So it could be very rudimentary if like you just want to learn overall how the female cycle works, about like very basic things. This could be good for you. It could also be really good for your teenager. So
yes. It's good for everyone to know. Mm-hmm. Men too, you know?
Okay.
Like there's things that guys should probably know about. Why is my girlfriend or wife acting insane right now?
Have you seen those trends that go around that like they'll be like, okay, asking my husband what the like letter on a tampon means? Like an R, an S. Like,
just like the silliest little,
like what they're like small, medium, large, and you're like, no.
Fair enough.
Yeah, like try. I've never done anything like that on Dan, but Dan is like Dan's like I don't know. He like isn't weirded out by that kind of stuff.
No.
So I feel like I wouldn't even I wouldn't even think to ask him because I'm like, he probably knows and just like, it's not like weird to him. Yeah. I don't know. I'm also not in the business of tricking my husband.
Right. No.
I feel like he would not take that well. If I was like trying to prank him. I don't think Kyle would take that either.
That's not my MO.
I'm not in the business of pranking my husband.
Do that.
I don't need to prank the mouth that feeds me. Okay.
Wait, we also have to talk about the horses.
More horse information? Tell me.
We never really talked about this on the podcast.
Yes, we did.
We did?
I thought we did.
I talked about it with you, and then we never actually talked about it in depth, I don't think.
Okay, so really?
I don't think so.
Okay, tell me about the horses because Natalie loves horse fertility.
So many Instagrams about this one particular horse breeding page.
Yes.
And she starts, she's analyzing these horses because she knows like what their signs are for giving birth.
Yeah, like for entering labor.
And maybe we did talk about this. I don't know. But
I can't remember.
Like the pH of the colostrum.
Oh yeah.
It starts to change. Like the day that they would be giving birth, the pH goes down. And I'm like, why can't we test this on human beings?
Well,
we know this stuff.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
It's crazy too because I feel like we've overcomplicated it in like human physiology.
Yes.
Whereas like horse physiology, cow physiology, like they're like, well, yeah, this biomarker means labor starting in 8 hours. This biomarker means they're like ready to transition. Like,
and they don't dream of inducing them.
Oh my gosh.
But that's not it. And these horses, they're birthing very, very expensive, prestigious horses.
With hooves.
Never once is it talked about inducing them.
Oh my God. And then we're on an induction train in America.
Gosh, this horse, they could just be pregnant for 320 days or 360 days. We don't really know. They kind of just,
and they'll just tell us.
Ready.
Now, how do they do the colostrum? Is it like leaking out of them? Is that how they test it? Or are they expressing it?
They will hand express it, yeah. And they just put it on a little pH strip and it's fascinating.
Okay. I never made it to the colostrum harvesting stage of pregnancy.
I'll send them to you again. Oh, for you. Oh, the video. No.
Yeah.
I never made it to that point either.
I never collected colostrum and I really wish I could have.
Yeah.
That is one of the things I was like so bummed about missing while pregnant.
Yeah.
Like
that seems you could have saved some up just for a rainy day.
But I wasn't even like on my radar. I wasn't even there yet.
Either. I didn't even try. I was like, nah, whatever.
Yeah. So next time I'm going to live stream colostrum harvesting. And we're going to test the pH.
Yes, because I'm so curious.
Can we look it up? There must be something.
I'll have to look it up. I've never heard of something like that before. And that's why I was like, I saw that with the horses. I go, what? It has to be the same way.
There's got to be somebody that's done it. Right? Okay.
I don't know. All the cool things start with horses and then it trickles down to humans later.
Yeah. Because they're more expensive than we are.
Exactly. The other thing we didn't really discuss, like we're going to talk a little bit today, more tidbits about the cycle, but we didn't really discuss the moon cycle and how.
I'm sorry. I just noticed you have a giant fish picture.
Yes. I'll turn my camera.
I just noticed that. A gigantic. Is that a painting?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so funny. Okay. The moon cycle.
To the lake. Yeah. So, because we went into this kind of in depth with your little party that you had at your office like long ago.
Yeah.
And how like the seed cycling plays into the actual lunar cycle, and how really our cycles are actually supposed to be 28 days. Like that's
in sync
kind
with
of the biological norm, in sync with the moon cycle, and how most people traditionally would have been in line with that typical lunar cycle. And then some women would be switched, which were like the healing
inverse.
women would have been switched, where they would be the opposite. So typically like a normal woman would bleed on the new moon. Am I saying that right? Yes.
Yes.
And then they would ovulate on the full moon. So you would have the potential to get pregnant on a full moon.
Which is like the brightest night.
Yes.
You're more awake. Like in ancient history, where before electricity.
Yes.
That also coincided with like the brightest night and things like that. So yeah, that's how I try and remember it. It's like the brightest night. And that's pretty
fascinating. So then what really has gotten us away from that lunar cycle is all of the artificial light that we now have in our world. So all of the light that we have, light pollution in cities, or even just like having artificial lights on after sunset
in our houses
is actually changing around our hormone cycle pretty significantly. To the point that we don't really even understand what that's doing to our circadian rhythms. Circadian rhythms, but our hormone rhythms are also on those same. Well,
they're synced with our circadian rhythm.
Yes. So there's so many things that we're really, really screwing up with this electricity thing. So that's where this whole movement to have like red lights in your house and turn all the big lights off and just have lamps after sunset, and turning screens off, or turning like red settings on your phone. They really do make a difference. So if you're trying to change anything, that's like a very free thing to do.
I was going to say free of charge.
Free of charge.
We're not telling you on anything.
Change around your lighting in your house after sunset, along with like meal timing and things like that. So like eating within like an hour or two of the sun going down is ideal, and not eating within like 3 hours of going to bed. Yeah. So there's like a lot of things you can hack with that like very primitive biology. It's really fascinating.
Yeah. No, I love that.
I just wanted to mention those things because we really are meant to be on the 28-day lunar cycle. So if we're veering from that in any way, it is an indicator that something's not quite right.
Right.
So just wanted to mention.
Now, so like the free version of switching over your home to be more conducive to less light pollution and honoring that circadian rhythm would be like turning off the lights and like lighting unscented candles, beeswax candles.
Yes.
Or just simply turning the lights down if you have a dimmer. If you like don't have beeswax candles, like that's okay. But if you could just like reduce the light, reduce the overhead pollution, turn on a lamp instead of the overhead light.
Yeah. A big part about that is that our eyes are used to seeing like campfire light at night. So anything that's like, if it's bouncing from the ceiling down to the ground and into your eye, it's giving you a different signal that it's actually like the middle of the day. So if the light is then bouncing straight from a lower surface, which would be like a lamp, or like if you can envision where a fire would be on the ground.
Right. Turn on your fireplace.
Sure. Turn on your fireplace. Yeah. So like that type of light bouncing up into our eyes gives us a different type of signal on what time of day it is. So if you're dealing with sleep issues, if you're dealing with anything like that, it's really, really interesting how you can hack all of this stuff.
Yeah. And it also helps with kids and like getting a kid to start settling down. I mean, don't take my advice on sleep. Okay. I'm not the sleep expert. But what we do in our house is we do reduce light. We do turn lights down. And this is like a purchase, but this isn't necessary. But I have the Happy Home light bulbs. And so
those dim? They dim and change color?
They dim and they're 3 settings. So every time you turn, like we have them in pretty much every room. But so in the kitchen, they're at the island pendants.
Okay.
And so in the evening, they go from our daylight setting, and then you flip the switch once and it goes to sunset color. So it's like a little bit warmer.
Oh.
And then when the sun is down, you turn it to campfire mode and it's like orange.
Lovely.
Yeah. And then so we have those in our lamps in our bedroom, like our table lamps and our floor lamp. And then in Giuseppe's room, we do the same thing. So like we change the color as the day progresses. We really don't use the daylight one because I don't really have lights on in the house unless
during
it's
the day.
Yeah. I like sunlight better than I like artificial light always. But that does like kind of set the tone for like what time of day it is. And like, it's time to start winding down. And like, you really do feel calmer when it's orange light and it's not like a bright light in your eyeball.
I know.
But I've always been hypersensitive.
I love bright lights. Like I want it to be like, it's awful.
Like in a house, you want to be able to see.
Right.
Oh,
but I have to actually, I have to now train myself into not having to have that all the time.
Well, when you come to my house, you can see how the like vibe operates and see if you like having like that opportunity for like dim and like orangey lights.
I think I just like my eyes love cool colors, and when it's warm,
you just like can't
I don't
stand
know.
it.
I don't know why.
I'm the opposite. I cannot stand a cool. If a light bulb is a cool tone, I feel like my soul is being pierced.
Oh my gosh! Yeah,
I don't know get what that is about me. I don't know what's wrong with us. Why are we different?
I don't know.
Natalie, we're usually the same on everything.
I know. And this is where we're like,
this is where we differ.
This is so strange.
No, I don't know. I've always been so sensitive to overhead lights. Like it's a joke in my family. Like if there is an overhead light
sensitive.
on, I'm like a vampire. I'm like,
as you have said, that's your autism.
Yes. That's coming through. So it just pierces my soul. And I love it. They're called Happy. Did I Healthy Home? No, Happy Home.
I think you said Happy Home. Yeah.
I think they're called Happy Home. And like I said, like they work on a lamp. So every time you switch the lamp, it'll change the color. They work on a light switch. They're dimmable. Like I really do love them.
That's going to be my next. It's my next step. I'm just going to have to get over.
Well, wait, light. Don't buy anything. Come to my house.
I'll come and see how I like it.
2 weeks. See how you like it. Because it's so orange, Natalie. If you don't like not cool tone,
I'm going to have a hard time with that.
It's almost difficult to see.
I would almost rather.
It's like operating by campfire.
I would rather have nothing. I would rather have a candle, I think.
Okay, I'm going to put candles in Natalie's room. Oh my gosh. No,
I have to just train myself for that.
I think so. We started doing these light bulbs when we moved to this house, and I just think it's such a vibe.
Yeah,
I don't know. It is. It's such like an elevated thing, but don't feel like you have to go out and purchase them.
The thought of like our neighbors going by our house and and seeing like red, like straight up red light coming from our house would be so funny.
Did you know that's what happens with my house?
I know.
I have red light. I have red light in my shower, like a bright red light, like my light bulb in the shower is red light.
Oh my God.
My whole bathroom glows, and I don't shut my blinds in my bathroom, so my whole bathroom, it looks like we're doing like seances every single night because Dan and I shower at night, and so the light is like so potent. You're gonna have to shower in my bathroom. But it's like, I just know Carol is just like, what are they doing up there?
What is going on? Mm-hmm.
What is going on? Mm-hmm. Did I ever tell you my neighbor?
No.
Carol?
I have a neighbor, Carol, too.
I don't think she listens to the podcast. I hope she doesn't. She called me the other day when I was at work and left me a voicemail. It was like, Felicia, it's Carol from like next door. I just wanted to let you know that your bird feeder in your backyard has been empty for a very long time. And like the snowstorm is coming and like you need to fill it.
Carol, the HOA.
What? Carol, it's Tuesday. Well, no, what day was it? It was a Monday at like noon.
Oh,
like, Carol,
no.
So I call her back and she's like, hi, honey, are you at work today? I go, yeah, Carol. I'm at work. She's like, well, I guess I could go fill up your bird feeder. I said, don't go back there.
Oh, goodness.
Don't worry about it. I'll figure it out. Carol.
Do it.
But she's
funny.
Nosy.
Oh, yeah.
She's
she
nosy.
Definitely is looking at your
So she watches my red light glowing.
Like, what are these people doing? What kind of funky stuff are they into?
And my toxic trait is I don't shut blinds. So like if she wanted to look at my bathroom window, like I'm walking around naked. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I can't be bothered to shut my blinds every night and then reopen them in the morning. That sounds like too much work.
No. Yeah. Do people do that?
I don't know.
I can't even imagine.
I couldn't.
I don't know.
No, my bedroom blinds I've never shut my bedroom blinds. No. Actually, maybe I did when I was sick and I like needed like to nap.
And then one time I took a nap for weeks. If they get closed, they're closed.
They're staying closed. Like they're done. I couldn't be bothered to open blinds every day. That sounds like a chore. I have other things to do.
The other thing I want to start doing is that like Norwegian, Scandinavian house burping situation.
Wait, the Lufton?
Where you just open your house for 10 minutes a day and just let it breathe.
I actually recommend that to patients at work.
Yeah.
Because they'll be like, oh, we've been sick for like 3 weeks and no one can get over it. I'm like, go home, open every window in your house. 10 minutes. Again, don't tell your husband.
Of that, my word.
I know, but to get over a sickness, I'm like, you need new air. Your air is dirty.
They do that every day, traditionally. Yeah. Like they're doing that every day.
I'll do it in like the kitchen area because it will. Even though we have air purifiers, it's just stuffy. Like it's stuffy.
And I have so many air purifiers.
I'm like, let's just like get some fresh air in here. But yeah, I don't. I like how you called it. Air or house burping.
House burping. That's what I just came across the other day. Somebody said,
"That's so cutesy."
Burp my house every day.
I love it. It's like burping your sourdough or something. Wait, right. Or your what's kombucha. It called? Kombucha. I'm like, there's something else. Wait, I have something else to say. Okay. Have you heard of? What's it called? It's so in the Chinese New Year. In the Chinese New Year, which like just happened, they do I think it's called like a salt lick or a salt cleanse, or no, it's something else. It will come to me. Okay. Basically what you do is you take a glass jar. It could be a tomato sauce jar. It could be an old yogurt jar, whatever. Glass jar. You fill it with chunky salt, preferably pink Himalayan salt, chunky, coarse.
Just like coarse. Yeah. Okay.
You fill it like 3/4 of the way, and then you put 5 pennies on the top of the salt in a clockwise, like you lay them down clockwise and they're like organized inside on top of the salt.
Okay.
Then you pour water over the pennies. So like you cover the pennies just a little bit. So there's water in the whole jar and like slightly above the pennies.
Okay.
Then you put this jar in like just like an old to-go container, like plastic container, something that you don't care about. You're going to throw it away.
Okay.
And then you put it on like the top shelf of your kitchen. You can put it on like the top of your like closet, basically wherever you're trying to draw negative energy and bad energy out of your home. And throughout the whole year, it like basically turns to like poison energy. It collects and like attracts all the bad energy in your home. And then at the end of the year, you throw it away, but you like can't touch it. So you have to wear like gloves, and you have to like you have to put the whole thing in a bag without touching any of it because it's like impurities.
Oh my.
Okay. I know. So
that's very interesting.
I bought some ingredients to make it.
I love that.
Yeah. But I need to figure out what it's called. What is it called? A salt? No. I don't know.
Oh boy, I'll have to look it up.
Darn it! I wish I could remember what it was called. But I'm gonna make one or two because Dan is convinced that Giuseppe's room is haunted. So I'm gonna make one and put it in his closet.
Okay.
But we burp his room and we sage it.
We'll say okay.
Yeah, because he just I don't know. Ooh, but he could also be highly sensitive like me.
When I get there,
you need to.
Let's do it.
You need to. I had Reiki again.
Oh, you did.
It was very sad.
Oh no.
It was very sad. She basically was like, she was like, and I'm going to hit it home again. You have no friends.
Oh, okay. So that's really like,
okay. That was the theme. Situation. Okay. But like the way she presented it was not that way. It was basically like, imagine you're walking 15 dogs. You have some on like a belt leash. You have some in each hand, and then each leash separates 3 times. She's like, these are the relationships in your life. And like the dogs are all pulling and you're holding on tighter than you need to. And she's like, honestly, sometimes it's better to just drop the leash, and like the dogs that run away probably aren't for you. And the dogs that stay are like your people.
Yeah.
And I'm like, ew.
Yeah.
Ew. Why is that
concept? But it's true.
What is wrong with me?
Oh no, that's like normal. I think most people only have the capacity to have like maybe 3 or 4 friendship, like true relationships at
maybe
any given time, where it's like then everybody else is kind of like acquaintance-ish. Otherwise it's so much energy for you.
Well, and I feel like I have to balance like my family relationships, right? Because they're all long distance. Every family member, except for my brother, I see him all the time.
And that's what really is pulling you.
Yeah, it's like I have to maintain the relationship with my parents, which like, obviously. These aren't like hardships, but it's like, it's energy that I'm like, I have to maintain relationship long distance, which I find very challenging. I'm not good at communication long distance.
I'm not either. It ends up being like, I love those people, but like, it's not something I can spend every day checking in on someone.
Right. Like when my parents stay at our house for like a month at a time, I am like my best self. I'm my happiest self because I don't have to communicate with them via electronics. I'm like, I'm going to my mom's room and I'm sitting on her bed and we're chatting. Or like she, you know, like that is where I feel so fulfilled.
And
so
that's what you have to put energy into achieving for yourself, is to
having my parents move in with me.
Or have them here, or have them with you, or whatever. Yeah. Like actually make like the travel happen to make those relationships. Like, and that's where you recharge that relationship. And then during the rest of the time, you don't have to do it every single day. That's where it gets really hard. It's really hard.
So that was depressing.
Well, that's kind of sad.
It was so sad. And then I was like talking to Dan about it. Yeah. And I was talking to Dan about it. And I was like, truthfully, I don't even know where my cup gets filled anymore. Like, I'm just like,
I know.
What the heck? I was like, my most meaningful conversation all week is with Natalie.
Oh, I feel the same way. It's I know.
So true. I'm like, it fills my cup to talk about things that I want to talk about.
I know.
And not things that are like admin, you know? Like, I don't want to do admin in my life.
As much as we love our patients, it's a lot of like, how are you? What's going on in your life? Like helping people through their stuff, which it's a good relationship, but it's not the same type of relationship as a friend is.
Yeah.
So that's
that was ultra depressing.
Oof.
I know. I was like, oh, I wasn't ready for that. So that happened.
Oh, well, I'm so excited. I'm coming to see you.
I know. I was like, oh, my cup is going to be filled.
That's just it makes it really hard. That was the hardest part for me too. Like having a kid, I think, is that I can't do the things that, I can't. Yeah. I mean, I made time for it. Right. Because I just like went places all the time. Yeah. But like, I don't know. It's really then really hard to like cultivate the relationships that you want to have because you don't have the capacity anymore.
I know. And like work is great, but it's so demanding.
It's draining. As much as we love it, it's so draining and demanding. So it's just,
I love it, but
there's like big questions. Yeah. Big philosophical life.
Not for today.
Nope. Don't have to figure that out right now.
So changing topics to something funnier. It's not funny. I don't know why I said funny, but like lighter topics.
Later.
So Natalie got me to purchase the Inito fertility tracker.
Oh, yes.
And girl, that thing's confusing. And I'm like pretty educated. What the heck?
I think you might be having a glitch, truthfully, because I've heard that from a few people that some of them are just glitchy.
But I looked at other people's charts. So there's like a Facebook group of people who have the trackers, and then they upload like their charts and they ask questions and whatever. Everyone's chart kind of looks the same. And so I don't know if it's the scale.
Yeah, I think the scale is just different than what you would usually see.
Yeah, because I'm like, it looks like I have no hormones at all. I'm like, am I dead inside? But then like, as I've continued testing, they are slightly changing. And based on what I'm seeing in other people's charts, now I'm comparing myself against people. I don't know their health. Like, they could be completely unhealthy. And like, I'm like not gauging this right, but it looks like their charts are drastically different too, like from what I was expecting to see. So I don't know if it's necessarily faulty or it's just like I'm interpreting it different. I don't know. But there's also
we'll have to wait and see what the full month looks like.
So I actually have been testing daily because I was so confused on how to even read the thing. I was like, well, I need to have like as many data points as possible. but it's interesting, and I feel like it will be really cool if I figure out how to stink and read it. Like I literally,
and I don't know what to tell you until I see the whole thing.
I know, and I feel like kind of confused. I don't know. I feel confused, and there's not a lot of like education on the app on like how to interpret your results,
which is interesting. I wonder if they don't have it on their website. I wonder if
it's like a legal thing.
It must be because they don't have
like health advice. I don't know.
Unless you're talking to an actual doctor.
Yeah, but why won't they tell me how to interpret it? I don't know.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I don't know. So anyway, we'll see. We'll continue. I've tested 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've tested 6 days in a row now.
Okay.
So we'll see.
This is good.
We'll see. Things are changing. I'll show you.
You're close to ovulation now, aren't you? Oh yeah. Things are changing.
Things are changing. We're heating up.
I feel like that's doing what it's supposed to do.
Yeah, but I think when I first like started testing, I was like, I have no hormones.
What is this? Yeah, that it was just low.
Yeah, but my estrogen is high. So that's good.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
We'll see.
We'll have to see.
We'll see. Yeah.
We'll give it some more time.
We'll give it some more time, and I will give my full input on like what I think of the device. I don't know. It's also like I didn't try this hard and I'm not trying hard, but I like didn't have this much data when I was getting pregnant with Giuseppe. So it's like my mom was like, you do love a gizmo, like a gadget to like see things. And I was like, I do love a science experiment, but I'm nervous. I'm going to get two in my head. And I don't want that to happen.
I know. So you just do this for a little bit and then
it's just for funsies.
For fun, see what happens. Yeah. It gives you good perspective on what to tell other people. And then you can go from there and you can just say, okay, I'm not going to try anymore. And we're just going to.
Not for me.
Which is probably going to happen.
Yeah, I know. And also, like, it is kind of cumbersome. It's a 10-minute thing every morning.
Oh, that's a lot. Mm-hmm. And that's probably why you don't do it every day.
Yeah, I don't
know.
You
end up just doing it every few days.
Yeah. And I think I'm just doing it every day right now to just, like, see what it is.
Yeah.
But then, like, if I were to use it in other months, I don't know if I would do that, you know? Okay, so the other thing
I want to talk a little bit about Sarah Hill. Did you listen to the podcast?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It was very interesting because we had talked about Sarah Hill a couple podcasts back. Mm-hmm. And she's a evolutionary psychologist. She has her PhD in evolutionary psychology, which is so quite interesting, quite an interesting background. She has a book called This Is Your Brain on Birth Control, and then which we touched on in a couple podcasts ago. Yeah. She now has a new book, which is like on your period. I forget what the full name of it is, but Sarah Hill, new book on like pretty much what we've been talking about, which is like your menstrual cycle and like what is actually happening. So there were a few things that I wrote little notes about when she was talking because I was like, oh, these are really interesting little tidbits. So she was just saying how like in the luteal phase, because we've been talking about the luteal phase a lot, how like we know our temperature increases in the luteal phase, but that's actually because our metabolic rate is actually increasing so much to to prepare the endometrial lining and prepare for a pregnancy. And we're working so much harder to do that. So then our body naturally is going to want to kind of slow down a little bit because there's so much metabolic activity happening.
It just kind of drains your battery.
Right. So then you will be very tired if you're not nourishing yourself well. And she said you need at least 200 extra calories in the luteal phase a day. Isn't that interesting?
Wow.
I don't know if I've ever heard that metric. Where it's
That's cool.
No, you actually need that much more bodily fuel to not feel
baseline.
Yeah, to be baseline, to not feel tired, and that's why we feel hungry
because have cravings.
Have cravings.
You're
because
just
we
hungry.
Actually are needing more metabolic fuel. So that was very interesting. So I was like, I like that little tie-in where it's like, okay, temperature is increasing because your metabolic rate is increasing and you actually need more calories. So that is is fascinating to me.
And that's just like anybody's cycle. Like, it's not just if you're trying to get pregnant, you need those 200 extra calories. Like, it's to make sure that in that luteal phase, you're nourishing yourself so that you're not running on empty.
Yep.
So that was it doesn't matter whether or not you're trying to get pregnant. That's just like a blanket statement of like, you need a little bit more nutrients in that luteal phase.
And sometimes that may help your symptoms a little bit in the luteal phase. Maybe you won't feel as hangry. Maybe you won't feel like you're
run down,
losing it and running down and run down, and you can handle your workouts a little bit better. Mm-hmm. Right. So it's just, that was an interesting metric.
Now, for those of us that forget when the luteal phase is right after you ovulate. So it's that window between ovulation and like starting day one, your period again.
And so it's that closer to your period, you're going to have a little more of those symptoms. And that's why when people have like serious PMDD or PMS symptoms, it's usually, it's probably because your metabolic rate is getting so high at the end there, and you just aren't nourishing well enough. Yeah. So then you end up having some serious symptoms. Obviously there's more to it than that, but that was interesting. So don't feel like you can't just eat a little bit more. It's okay.
Yeah. Whole Foods.
Whole Foods. Yeah. Like these are good. Focusing on good proteins, good fats, all of that stuff towards the end, because we need that. Yeah. And the other part that was interesting to me, I don't know if anything stuck out to you when you were listening to it.
I like this has more to do with the birth control thing, but the men's faces.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So going back to the birth control, what it changes in your brain, like a female's brain not on birth control will be attracted to more masculine features in a man. Also, a certain type of pheromone, like certain smells, they'll literally smell testosterone in men. So then when you're on birth control, it changes around the way that your brain perceives masculine features. So it will make you more attracted to sometimes a less masculine man, or a man who has different pheromones that are maybe more attractive to you at that moment when your hormones aren't cycling. And it's just crazy that can happen. And she said that sometimes if you met your partner when you're on birth control, sometimes you aren't as attracted to them if you go off of it.
She also said, though, like when you come off of it, you might be more attracted to your partner.
Sometimes.
Because they might have more of those masculine features. And when you were on birth control, you didn't find that particular part of attraction as important. And then when you came off the birth control and your brain received proper signaling and proper chemical input, then you became more attracted to your partner. And I was like, well, thank God for that. Right. Those poor girls.
I know. She said it's very rare. Like, it's not a super high percentage of people who aren't attracted to their partner after, because there's more parts to attraction than just that. But it's just so fascinating that it truly changes our brain around that much.
Yeah.
It's wild. So I highly recommend anyone read her books or listen to her to just talk. It's really, really fascinating. Find a podcast that she's on.
I'll link the books and some of her stuff in the show notes too.
Yeah. Because it's really, really cool to just know that stuff and to know the sides. Like if you really want to be on birth control, that's fine. But just know what you're getting into instead of just going to your OB and having them tell you, no, you just need to take this. This is your only option. And then it's
that's so sad.
But you don't realize all the other effects because they don't really go over that.
It's the downline. I know.
Yeah. So the other thing, it was interesting because she was noting something about like different parts of sexual desire at different parts of your cycle, because that will change depending on where you're at in your cycle and like what a woman wants to do, right?
Yeah.
And she was saying that after ovulation, because your body is trying to conserve energy a little bit more because it's trying to build up that lining, you may not be like you don't have the same type of sexual desire. I think most people know this about themselves. If you really like listen, you crave more of like the intimacy, but not necessarily like the actual sexual desire, because your body is trying to protect against foreign DNA being put into the system. Because it's more stuff to fight off as you would potentially be implanting a pregnancy at that time. So it's really just like so cool that
so it's like craving protection.
It's craving protection. It's craving to be more like
protected,
intimate and protection versus like before ovulation where you'd want to just pretty much just be having sex.
Yeah.
So it's kind of it's really cool. Not to say that you
really
wouldn't
cool
throughout the whole cycle anyway, but the desire changes.
Yeah.
Because of your body trying to protect itself if there were to be a pregnancy implanting.
That's so cool.
So cool. So there were just like, so many things that I was like, wow. Yeah. And that's why I love physiology, because it's not just like, this is how the cycle works. And this is, these things happen at different times. It's like, this is why that happens. And I find it so, so, so cool.
I know.
So those are kind of the little things.
Anytime we talk about that kind of stuff, I don't know why, but I just think of like birds and like how like bird attraction works and like how like the males dance and like general, they're all like, pretty in colors and you get to like pick your bird. And I'm like, we do that. It's just attraction. Like, we do almost like downplay it. Like we're like, oh no, we don't like pick based on like features. No, we do.
Totally. Our brain is working in a certain way no matter what.
Like, but we also pick on like protection and like I don't know, like masculinity in itself. I just find it so fascinating. So
it's so cool.
I picked a good bird. Is that is that where that saying comes from?
Maybe.
Is that a saying? Or did I just think it was? I picked a good bird.
Maybe. It's just so cool.
Yeah. It's fascinating.
I think it's another like lesson for our intuition. And if we tap into what we're feeling and not thinking that that's abnormal to be changing it's a little more empowering. So,
but also don't feel bad about yourself if you were on birth control when you met your husband and got married.
No. And she did stress that. She's
you
like,
probably still like very much love them.
Still love them.
It's not like you picked the wrong person.
No,
that's not what we're saying. So like if that is you, I'm sure you still love your husband.
Right.
Disclaimer.
Okay. Do we have anything else to talk about? I just wanted to like throw those little tidbits in just to round out our female hormone cycle situation. Now I feel like we can move on to other topics.
What should we give the listeners to look forward to? Because I don't even know what the next topic could be.
I don't know either.
Should we talk a little bit about business soon?
Yeah, I think we should.
Yeah. Business. Now I was talking to, well, we'll get into it later, but we should bring in some business aspects soon and just talk about how like we're moms, but we also run businesses. We're also doctors. And like, there's way more to it than just like what meets the eye.
Totally.
Yeah. And I feel like in this day and age, it's so common to have a female entrepreneur. Like there's so many avenues for women to go into their own business, whether it be like your online business or you have like an Etsy shop or you're in the service industry and you have one of those like suites and you're like operating a solo business. There's just so much more of it now than there has ever been.
We're at like this weird crossroads of culture where we grew up saying we can do everything. You can go to school, you can be a doctor, you can do all this stuff. And then we're also on the other hand, like we actually want to like raise our kids to the absolute best that we possibly can. And now it's like, wait, what are we doing? Now we have to do all of it. And we have to like re-teach our parents how to like do all it's a very interesting crossroads because it's
like how
it's
do
a
we
recipe for burnout for sure.
It is. But like how do we raise our children the way we want to raise them if we don't have money?
Right.
Because like it's expensive to raise your child, Crunchy.
Yes, it is. So there's just like there's a balance. There's a balance. And like there's also the independence side of it where it's like, wait, like I want to work. But like I don't.
I also like I don't know why my brain is wired the way it is, but like I don't want someone telling me what to do.
Absolutely.
I can't.
Not. I can't.
It's a visceral thing.
It's a visceral reaction for sure.
It's so wild.
I cannot. So that's the other half of the story. I cannot do that.
So maybe we'll dive into that and talk a little bit more about like Natalie and I's experiences with like opening our businesses and how they're operating currently.
Yeah. But, and how do we live our daily lives and not
fizzle out. I don't know. These hormones might be a sign of crash out, burnout.
So that's that.
All right. Well, that's all for this week. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Hope you loved our chit chat. Remember, while we may be doctors, we're not your doctors. And this podcast is not supposed to replace advice from your own provider. Please don't take our opinions as medical advice and talk to your doctor about what's right for you.
That's a wrap on this week's episode of Functionally Feral. If you're loving the realness, the rituals, and the chaos that comes with raising feral children while building a business, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Share it, tag us, and don't forget, being feral is functional when you've got a plan.